If you're struggling to go to the next level in your writing and in your career, then this is for you. I want to teach you a strategy that has been so helpful for me in identifying problems in my life and then seeking solutions. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome to the writing path. This is something that has been absolutely life-changing for me, and I wish I knew 10 years earlier, which is really simple. But once you see it in the way that it can impact your life, I think it really changes the way that you think about social connections, about marketing, about networking, about the way that you introduce yourself to people, etc. Especially if you're a writer, if you want to have bigger opportunities for sharing your words, for selling more books, and for growing the impact of what you do. And it's actually a really simple concept. The way I would explain it is that you get what you expect. You get what you expect. And so, as an example, just yesterday in one of our team meetings, we were talking about two specific challenges in the business and trying to just think about what a potential solution could be. And you get what you expect. So I expect that I'm going to meet somebody that has a solution. I'm going to find a solution. A solution will present itself as long as I have the question. If you're clear on the question, you already have half the answer. And so as I have these two problems that I'm sitting with, thinking about, etc., this morning in my workout group, I met two different guys. One has a solution to one of the problems, one has a solution to another one of the problems. It was like, there it is. And I think that's what it looks like to get what you expect. So if you're working on a book right now and you're not sure what to title it or what to pick for the book cover or that sort of thing, you get what you expect. So do you expect to solve that problem? If you do, what happens is your brain has a way of looking for answers to the problems that you've identified. And so one of the best things that you can do is start by identifying the problem. This is a problem that I have right now, not I'm mad at this problem is terrible, but here's something that doesn't quite have a solution yet. I know there is a solution. I know we're going to figure out a solution. I know the solution is just around the corner, and maybe the person that I just met is a provider of that solution. So be a solution seeker. Number one, be a problem identifier. I want to identify the problem, not so that it can knock me out and make me feel terrible and everything's horrible. No, I want to clearly identify the problem, because when I clearly identify the problem, clear diagnosis is half of the cure. So knowing what exactly the problem is. I've learned this as a leader. When somebody introduces a problem, for example, oh, that's like a big comment like, oh, that's too expensive. Okay, tell me more about that. What do you mean too expensive? Is it too expensive because it takes a lot of time? Is it too expensive because of what it would cost us? Is it too expensive because of what it would cost someone else? Is it too expensive because we don't have a way of paying it off? What do you mean by expensive, right? What do you mean by hard? Oh, that's too hard. What do you mean by hard? Breaking down the problem is one of the best things that you can do in actually solving the problem. So becoming a problem identifier, a problem describer, clearly identifying what's the big challenge. We follow a system called EOS, the Entrepreneur Operating System. And Gino, the creator of EOS, he says, identify, discuss, and solve your issues. Identify, discuss, and solve. The identification of the issue is half the issue. What is the issue? And the way that you know that you have the issue clearly identified is you can answer this question: what does a solution look like? Or how do you know if it's solved? The way that we like to say it at our company is, what does done look like? How do you know if it's done? So if it's a problem, it's not done. How do you know it's done? That's where the solution would live. So number one, become a problem identifier. Whatever you're trying to do in life, especially if you're working on writing your story, publishing your book, oh, there's a problem. What is the problem? I can't figure out a way to get the books to the place I'm speaking. I can't figure out a way to talk about this situation in the book without dishonoring the people I'm talking about. I can't figure out how to grow my Instagram following. Okay, get very clear on the problem, identify the problem, and Number two, become a solution seeker. And this is the thing I wish I knew 10 years ago, that if I look for the solution, when the solution shows up, I will actually see it. And what I realized and continue to realize is that the solution exists already. If you think about it, you have the problem, you're holding on to the problem, right? You're holding on to the problem. And then as you go about living your life, if you're a solution seeker, then as a solution walks down the road or is sitting on a shelf or is on a screen or on a website or is in your email inbox, when that solution is there, you're actually going to see it. It has been there the whole time, but you didn't see it because you weren't looking for it. You didn't see it because you weren't seeking it. When you seek the solution, you will see the solution. So become a solution seeker. When I know what the problem is and I've clearly identified the problem, then I start to seek the solution. Now, how do you do this? How do you seek the solution? Number one, I think it's internal. Like, I think just clearly knowing what the solution I'm looking for could look like, you start to recognize it, right? So if you're like, I know that the solution is going to be shaped this size, or comes like this, or is a person who knows a person that can, okay, then you start to look for it. So that's number one. Look for the solution. Just listening, looking, identifying. You might be surprised that you actually see the solution is already around you. Okay, number two, you do need to get out of your comfort zone. The way to get out of your comfort zone is to get out of your home. Get out of your home to get out of your comfort zone, because all growth happens outside your comfort zone. And so if you are in your little bubble, staying at home, you're not going to meet new people. If you're only staying on the same websites you go to, the same workplace you go to, the same whatever it is, the same church that you go to, what would it look like for you to go to the other service, right? To stay a little bit later and to talk to people in the lobby? What would it look like for you to introduce yourself to people at coffee shops or attend a workout group like the one I just came back from? You're going to meet people because people carry around solutions to your problems, but they don't know that. And then people just walk around with pockets full of solutions that they don't know what to do with. And actually, you know what? They call them problems. People walk around with their problems. One of the guys I talked to this morning, I said, how's life? How's work? And he talked about the problem that he has. And his problem is actually a solution to my problem. We just can't find somebody who we can work with that will help us. Wait a second. I'm the person that you can't find, and you're the person that I can't find, and we just found each other. How exciting is that? So be a solution seeker, number one, by listening and looking. Number two, by getting out of your comfort zone. And number three, by asking, who do you know? Do you know anybody who can? I'm looking for somebody who can do this. Is there anybody that you know? I think the majority of our team members at Hope Books have not been people who saw us on an ad or went on Indeed.com or something. We're looking for a job and Googled jobs in North Carolina or whatever. No, they were referrals. They were a friend of a friend. They were a colleague of a colleague. They knew somebody who knew us. And the way that they found us is because we said, we are looking for somebody who can. In other words, we're asking, do you know anybody who can do this? So be an asker. And if you're of solutions, you're going to meet people who can provide those solutions. So what does that look like for you? What you're going through right now, what you're trying to figure out right now as a writer, as somebody who's trying to publish their book, what is the problem that you're facing? So first, identify that problem. And then what is the solution that you're seeking? Be somebody who pays attention. Be somebody who gets out of your comfort zone, leaves your house to meet new people. And then finally, number three, be somebody who is an asker people for the solutions, because you might be surprised at what actually shows up. So what about you? What does this look like for you? We would love to help you at Hope Books. Book a call with our team, hopebooks.com/call to book a call. We'd love to talk with you about how we can help you write your story and publish your book.